Welcome, everyone. Our virtual Hearts for Health event will begin in 25 minutes at 6 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. This is a great time to test your virtual setup. You're going to need two screens, one screen to watch our virtual event and a second screen to participate in bidding. You can bid on your phone and watch on your computer, but now is the time to register to bid. To register, go to watchheartsforhealth.com and click Register to Bid Donate in the top toolbar, then click Get Started in the upper right-hand corner. Once it redirects you to the Greater Giving website, click Create Account. Fill out your email address and it will send you a confirmation email. Please be sure to check your email to confirm email and continue to fill in your contact and credit card info. Once you have filled out the information, then click Create. Be sure to add your mobile number so you can get text notifications for the auction. Take the time to set up both screens and register to bid. You can bid now on the online auction items and purchase your raffle tickets. Should you need tech support at any time during the event, please call or text the following number, 1-888-384-4325. I'll repeat that number, 1-888-384-4325. Thank you. Hello everyone. Our virtual event, Hearts for Health, will soon begin in 15 minutes at 6 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. This is a great time to test your virtual setup. You are going to need 2 screens. One screen to watch our virtual event and a second screen to participate in bidding. You can bid on your phone and watch on your computer, but now is the time to register to bid. To register, go to watchheartsforhealth.com and click Register to Bid Donate. In the top toolbar, then click Get Started in the upper right-hand corner. Once it redirects you to the Greater Giving website, click Create Account. Fill out your email address and it will send you a confirmation email. Please be sure to check your email to confirm email and continue to fill in your contact and credit card info. Once you have filled out the information, then click Create. Be sure to add your mobile number so you can get text notifications for the auction. Take the time to set up both screens and register to bid. You can bid now on the online auction items and purchase your raffle tickets. Should you need tech support at any time during the event, please call or text, and I'll repeat it, 1-888-384-4325. Again, 1-888-384-4325. Thank you.
The whole idea with the lobby and what they were trying to do with the design was to make sure they didn't have a traditional waiting room where people were stacked up. And see, the idea was with furniture and things like this, Winding Waters and the Wellness Center kind of came together and says, let's do it more like a concierge than walking up to a window and being pushed around like a grocery store. And so the concierge would greet whoever comes in, you know, quietly and privately, and kind of determine what they're needing and where they want to go and help guide them in those directions. But the idea is to make it more seamless, less get in line, take a number, and do that, to make it more inviting. Initially, when we were doing this project, we were planning on having a commercial kitchen so we could produce a lot of stuff. But then we realized, how could it function doubly for the community? And so what we've done is we've created a learning kitchen where people in the community can learn to cook healthy foods, can do farm to table, can use it for catering events. It's multifunctional. There's going to be media on that wall, a screen where people can follow instructions, give instructions, but it's a two-way media screen, so someone could give a distance learning course, or someone who's homebound is also able to participate in a class. One important part of this kitchen is all the appliances are not commercial. They're going to be home-based appliances. That allows us to still do catering, still do projects, but it also, the most important thing is the learning aspects of this kitchen. It's pretty exciting. It's something that we've dreamt about for a long time, and we're hoping that it's going to really serve the community on a number of facets.
Here is our dental suite. So we'll have 4 dental operatories in this building. And there'll be dividers between each operatory. There'll be these 3 here with a nice view. There'll be that dental operatory over there. Not as much of a nice view, but we'll have a nice screen on the wall so folks can watch something. There'll be room for a panoramic x-ray over here to get a full view of your mouth and be able to take care of folks here for things we can do, and then also when we refer people to specialists, we can send them with all the data they need to really do a good, workup and get people treatment without having to make many trips out to see a specialist. More exam rooms. Right here is our vital station. If you've been in for care at Winding Waters, for sure you've been through a vital station, had your blood pressure checked, temperature checked, your weight taken. So this is where folks have a private place, get screened like that, and then come in for medical or dental or behavioral health visit, depending on what they're in the building to do. Right around the corner here is our medical lab. So if you need a blood draw that we do, we'll do it here. There'll be some workspace in here for our team to do some of the lab work that they do and analysis that they do. Here is a kind of an entryway and a conference room for those meetings that we need to gather more people. What I noticed as the framing went up And I'm driving in on Medical Parkway. This feels like a welcoming face to the building too. And I'm sure the architects did that on purpose, but I've actually had some folks ask me now, is that the main entrance? And I said, no, but I'm glad to hear you ask, because it's a kind of a welcome face on Medical Parkway that I didn't understand as part of the design until I drove by and went, oh, that's pretty smart.
This is kind of a fun office. It's an observation office, and it'll have a two-way mirror here. We're doing a lot of therapy right now where we literally stick an earbud into one of the ears of a parent who's having difficulty with engagement or play with their child. And so the therapist can stand behind and guide the parent through the earbud about different ways of engaging the child. These are just clinical offices that anyone can use. As you saw in the other side of the building, there are big pods where everyone sits collectively as teams. And so then we run this model called a lean-based model, and where we check out the offices. So the office isn't owned by any one person. It's an office that's meant to be super flexible. And what that does is it actually increases the number of offices available per day. This is the co-joint break room, and out this big door here is going to be outdoor eating. All that to the outside is going to be landscaped. There's going to be picnic tables out there as well for folks to eat inside or out, or just take breaks in here. Janet, and it'll eventually connect to the hospital and to the ball fields. The fairgrounds has talked about making a walking path as well, so we can make it all one. If that happened, it would be about 2 miles. So that would be a really nice distance, I think. This space in here is another work open type space. It'll have a small conference table, some breakout like furniture, maybe some chairs, comfortable chairs. These are offices for support staff. So financial department, HR, but none of the offices are occupied by one person. They at least have 2 people in every single office, because again, we're trying to be conservative with space. It's already a, 18,000 square foot building. This space right here is our leasable space, and we're hoping that the VA clinic signs an MOU and it brings the clinic, and the Veterans Affairs officer would probably occupy that office right there that Lem's leaned up against.
This expansion is really important. We're not replacing any space we already have. This is expanding into this building because we're full up over in the main clinic and in our clinic in Joseph. The Triple H is a really busy place. We hope to bring some of that complementary care here. And so this is expansion for us. It's a success story.
Hello everyone. Our virtual event will begin in 5 minutes. Now is the perfect time to test your screens and audio to be sure that you can hear the music and that you are registered to bid. You are going to need 2 screens, one screen to watch our virtual event and a second screen to participate in bidding. You can bid on your phone and watch on your computer, but now is the time to register to bid. To register, go to watchheartsforhealth.com and click Register to Bid Donate in the top toolbar, then click Get Started in the upper right-hand corner. Once it redirects you to the Greater Giving website, click Create Account. Fill out your email address and it will send you a confirmation email. Please be sure to check your email to confirm email and continue to fill in your contact and credit card info. Once you have filled out the information, then click Create. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 4th annual Hearts for Health event, benefiting the Hearts for Health Integrated Care Center. I'm Mike Wilson with Westby Associates Incorporated. We know this year looks different and appreciate you being part of tonight's virtual event to share the vision of Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness and Winding Waters. As we gather tonight, I just think of all the countless hours, the meetings, and to quote Shantae Jett, napkin drawings put into this integrated health model. The vision has now become a reality. It's truly a project with and for the community. It's in that spirit that we launch into this incredible virtual program that we have just for you this evening. There are many ways we want you to engage tonight. To register to bid, start by going to Hearts for Health 2021 GGO.bid and click Get Started. We have some great items that are up for bid, and we want to be sure you are ready to support this project. Tonight will be a 2-screen experience, or with 2 separate tabs open in your web browser. 1 screen to view the event and 1 screen to bid. For bidding, I recommend a cell phone or a tablet. For viewing the event, I recommend a laptop or smart TV with the YouTube app. Should you need tech support, please call 1-888-384-4325. Our tech support team is standing by. Again, 1-888-384-4325, as you see on your screen. Another way to engage tonight is to use the chat box that will be to the right of your screen on YouTube to interact with other guests. It would be great for us to know. Tell us where you're from. Please consider sharing this event on social media with the hashtag Hearts4Health or the hashtag H4H. Again, that's H as in hearts, the number 4, H as in health, hashtag H4H. Stay tuned this evening for our special appeal, raffle drawing, and our very special musical guest, Brittany Kellogg. Before we move on, I wanted to share this picture. You'll see it there up on the screen. Attached to that picture is a poem, and it's significant to us in the work that we do. We want you to stay with us because we'll be sharing that poem and again that picture towards the end of the event tonight. So please stay with us till the very end. At this time, I'd especially like to thank our dedicated steering committee members. I'm sure many of you are tuned in and watching tonight. You have continually put in the last 4 years countless hours to support the vision of the Hearts for Health Integrated Care Center. If you didn't get a chance to take a virtual tour earlier in the pre-show, be sure to check it out on the Hearts for Health website by clicking the About Us page. This year, we have a very special raffle item, a pair of 18-karat gold bezeled earrings appraised at $3,625. The raffle will take place later this evening, live. We have sold all 50 tickets at $50 each, and so we'll do the drawing later this evening. Thanks for making that a sellout event. I'd like to introduce you to my friend Gary Germer of Gary Germer & Associates, and even more so, a terrific friend to the nonprofit community around the Pacific Northwest. I'm going to ask you to turn your attention now to this special video giving you more detail about the gold earrings. Gary?
Hi, Gary Germer here at Gary Germer & Associates, and what we have donated this time are a pair of diamond earrings for the raffle. And they're a beautiful pair. They're set in 14-karat gold bezel with a hook type of earring, so they dangle nicely and will sparkle. The diamonds themselves are about 92 points total weight, or just shy of a full carat. So they're just shy of a half carat a piece. And it's a little bit hard in the type of setting there's to get completely exact, but we're about just shy of a half carat. We have a gemologist report on them. So the diamonds themselves are an EF color, which is a real clear color, and then the I1 as far as inclusions go. So they're a nice, sparkly, beautiful diamond, guaranteed to be exactly what we're saying them to be. and they came with a written appraisal done last year of $3,625.
Gary, fantastic donation. And by the way, all 50 tickets are now sold. A beautiful gift for that special occasion. Thanks again, Gary Germer. Well, hopefully by now you've completed your registration and are actively bidding on the many items and purchasing, well, that's now sold out, I'm told, tickets for the gold earrings. We're so pleased to announce, yes, that we sold out those 50 tickets, and we'll do that raffle later on this evening, so stay with us. Be sure to comment in the chat box anything you'd like to tell us, whether or not you're watching from San Francisco or from Boston. We'd be real interested in knowing that. And by the way, let us know what you think of those earrings. Speaking of gold, I'd like to thank our gold level sponsors that have helped make this virtual event possible. A huge thank you to Pinnacle Architecture, to Perry & Associates, to Bliss Sequoia & Huggins Insurance Company, Umpqua Bank, and of course, Westby Associates Incorporated. Be sure to use the chat box to say thank you. I'd like to take a moment to also thank our silver level sponsors for also making tonight's event possible. Thank you to Diane Daggett with Ruby Peak Realty, to Joseph Hardware and B. Croby. I also hope everyone is enjoying their dinners provided by the Range Rider. Be sure to thank each and every one of those sponsors in our chat box and just say thank you. One more time as a reminder, should you need tech support at any time tonight, please call 1-888-384-4325. You ought to see that number on your screen. Again, 1-888-384-4325. We're standing by to answer your questions. While I'm missing my co-MC tonight, I'm delighted to introduce you now to Wallowa Valley's Executive Director, Shantae Jett. Shantae?
Good evening. My name is Shantae Jett, and I am the Executive Director for Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness, the Community Mental Health Program. I would like to thank you for joining us this evening in our 4th annual Hearts for Health 2021 event. We are so grateful you are joining us this evening to help support the construction of our Hearts for Health Integrated Care Center. Along with Nick, I would also like to take this time to offer a special thank you to our frontline workers at Winding Waters Medical Clinic, Wallowa Memorial Hospital and clinical staff, Olive Branch Family Medicine, and Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness. Lastly, a special thank you goes out to our board of directors who are great advocates in this construction project, as well as our partnership with Winding Waters Medical Clinic. While we are sad you cannot be with us in person this evening, we have a wonderful program that we are bringing to you in the comfort of your own home. This integrated care project is a project that is near and dear to my heart. It's a concept that started about 6 years ago as a napkin drawing at the Red Rooster Cafe in Enterprise. We're trying to figure out how to join together as partners and deliver a variety of healthcare services all under one roof. Not only will this building provide a one-stop shopping healthcare convenience for the people of Wallowa County, but hopefully it will begin to break down the stigma of receiving mental health services, because no one will know what services you're receiving when you pull into the parking lot. The new construction has already benefited the local economy by providing local construction and trade jobs. And when the construction is complete, the building will also provide a family resource area, a state-of-the-art conference room for local trainings and conferences, as well as a teaching kitchen to learn new skills and possibly be the center of a catering event. This building is a dream come true. We will finally be able to meet people where they're at and provide them services to meet their whole health and well-being. We are so excited you are joining us tonight, and we encourage you to give at a level that's meaningful for you. Your donations help to ensure that we are able to bring the very best healthcare we can to the people of Wallowa County.
Shantae, thank you so much. Everyone, as Shantae mentioned in her video, this building will help reduce the stigma of receiving mental health services and will be a welcoming facility where people can come to be treated in a number of ways that serve their whole being. Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness and Winding Waters have been in partnership for more than 10 years and have together provided coordinated care for thousands of Wallowa County residents. It's now my pleasure to introduce Winding Waters CEO, Nick Powers. Nick?
Good evening. My name is Nick Powers. I'm the CEO of Winding Waters, a nonprofit community health center here in Wallowa County. I want to join Shantae in welcoming you and thanking you for being here tonight at our 4th annual and first virtual Hearts for Health event. I also want to thank all of our frontline workers at Winding Waters, at the Center for Wellness, at Wallowa Memorial Hospital and clinics, at Olivet Branch Family Health, and across all the other providers of care and providers of services and goods here in Wallowa County. These are uncertain times. It's hard not knowing whether things will get better or worse in the coming months. What I do know is that with your support, this building will become a reality, and within 2021, we will be able to provide comprehensive services under one roof on a growing healthcare campus. I'm thrilled to share that the opening of this building will add to Winding Waters' capacity with 5 new medical exam rooms, 4 modern dental operatories, administrative space to make sure we can coordinate our work and better collaborate with community partners, as well as all of the community spaces that will help with healthy cooking and eating, childhood development, and all the other pieces of building a healthy community. The future of healthcare is about delivering value and delivering care when and where you need it. This building brings us one step closer to that full reality by having all of our services under one roof and by adding on to the amazing work already done on the campus by the hospital and others. Thank you again for joining us this evening. I encourage you to give at a level that is meaningful to you. I know that this building is going to bring us closer to our vision of the best health for all, right here in Wallowa County. And I look forward to showing you around when the building opens this fall.
Thank you, Nick. I've enjoyed having you and Liz in the room at the last 3 Hearts for Health events. As Nick said, the future of healthcare is about delivering value, and the Hearts for Health Integrated Care Center will serve the community through a number of facets. Now that we've both heard from Nick and Shantae, the hope really is that this facility will not only improve healthcare, but provide opportunities for education, skill building, and community. Right now, I'd like everyone to pay close attention to the button that says, Donate Now. This will be coming in very handy very soon. And remember, those raffle tickets, they're all sold out, and that drawing will take place later on this evening. So stay with us. We've got a great program lined up for you. It's now my pleasure to introduce Brittany Kellogg, a Pacific Northwest native who has an impressive career, sharing the stage with Blake Shelton, Little Big Town, Keith Urban, and many others. Here she is, performing her very own original song, Someone Somebody Loves. Brittany Kellogg. Brittany?
She feels a little dirty, a little mean, hasn't looked this good since she was 17. Squeezing back into those skinny jeans. She's going out this evening with her makeup on. If there's karaoke, she'll be singing a song tonight about making up for lost time. 'Cause now the smoking ash has cleared, she's still standing here. He's good and gone, she's moving on. Doesn't know where she's headed, but she'll keep on going till she gets there, because someday she's gonna be someone somebody loves. Somebody loves. She won't forget the way it felt that day, holding their baby's hand, watching him walk away with all those years and a family down the drain. She's tired of being scared and she's done with the lies, picking up the pieces, getting on with her life. She's making up for lost time. 'Cause now the smoke and ash has cleared, she's still standing here. He's good and gone, she's moving on. Doesn't know where she's headed, but she'll keep on going until she gets there, because someday she's gonna be someone somebody loves. Somebody loves. Never thought she'd see the other side. She won't run, she won't hide. She's getting stronger all the time. 'Cause now the smoke and ash has cleared, she's still standing here. He's good and gone, she's moving on. Doesn't know where she's headed, but she'll keep on going till she gets there, because someday she's gonna be someone. Someday she's gonna be someone somebody loves. Somebody loves.
Brittany, thank you. Wow, what incredible talent, and thank you for sharing that with us this evening. Everyone, stay with us because we'll hear again from Brittany later this evening. Now, talk about inspiring. We have a very special guest joining our event this evening. I'd like now to introduce you to Kimberly. For those of you watching who have not had the privilege of meeting Kimberly, let me just fill you in a little bit. Kimberly has an incredible story to tell. It's a story of heartache, of bravery, of hope, and of healing. It's also a story that perfectly captures the very essence of why the Hearts for Health Integrated Care Center was dreamt about on a napkin, and why we are all here this evening. Friends, I want to prepare you for Kimberly's story that will be shared tonight. There'll be some mature material for young viewers and scenes with drug and alcohol abuse. Please join me in welcoming Kimberly. Kimberly?
I'm from the great Wallowa County, born and raised here. I had a normal childhood, a wonderful childhood in the county. But as a teenager in Wallowa County, we don't have a lot to do up here. So I started drinking at an early age. I was actually 12. I've gotten a lot of Vicodin and a lot of Percocet, and that's really where my addiction really took off. Now I try to go back in my mind a lot to say, oh gosh, what happened? And when I moved out of Enterprise, I got crazy. My feet had to get wet. It was like a small town girl going into the city. This couple that I had met and was working with introduced me to another couple who introduced me to methamphetamine. And I remember the day I did it, and something tickled my spirit right then, like my gut turned, and I did it anyway. My first daughter was taken, and so I spun further out of control with my addiction, and I was homeless for almost 10 years. After being homeless for almost 10 years, I got pregnant, and Genesee was born. She was approximately 2 months old when I started using again. In February of 2014, LeGrand Police Department served me a warrant. The moment I had to hand my daughter over to Chris Rasmussen, the officer, was a moment I didn't ever want to feel again. And that is the day that I knew I couldn't live any longer like that. I called my parents and I said, I will do whatever it takes. I need to come home. Obviously, I knew I needed health care, a doctor, and I knew I needed drug and alcohol treatment. I knew Liz Powers, and I really liked her. I saw her, I was very open with her, I told her the situation.
So often when people come to our clinic with a substance use disorder, there's so much going on in the background. What they need right then is a safe space and someone who will trust them and listen to them and be willing to help them in the next stage of their journey. And usually that has two pieces to it. The first piece is, what do you need right now today? And then who do you need on your team so that you can succeed long term? When I first met Kim, she had some but not a lot of hope for herself. And so we connected her from the beginning with a whole group of people, including a clinical pharmacist, a health coach, a mental health counselor, and the drug and alcohol program that's been sort of the staple of her sobriety and her recovery.
So with Kimberly in particular, I saw in her this person who had for many years told herself that she wasn't worth it, that she didn't have what it took to get her to where she wanted to go. And what I was hoping for her to realize one day is that she did. And it was just a matter of finding that hope in her and finding that ability to dream again and to be able to see past the obstacles. She never gave up.
In the substance use program at Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness, we use a methodology called trans-theoretical model of change. And that's kind of a fancy way of saying we meet people where they're at. And so where Kim came in, she was ready to make changes in her life. And so she was asking for help. We're fortunate here and we have an integrated program. So we have really close communication with Winding Waters Clinic, and that's really helpful. Addiction is a health issue, and so it's really important that people address their health needs. And for her, she also had some mental health issues, some trauma issues that really needed to be addressed. So as a mental health program also, it's really easy to coordinate care with mental health and just keep coordination of care open. And that is probably the most effective way to treat someone. So you're treating the whole person, body, mind, spirit, soul. It's the whole thing.
I am now a peer mentor specialist at Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness, and I help other people who are still in their addiction realize how wonderful they still are.
I think when she came to me, she was at contemplative. And to see her go from contemplative and then through that journey and then to be in that action state is just a testament of her character and a testament of her perseverance and wanting a better life for herself and for her child. It says so much about who she is and what she brings to our community, not as just our agency, but our community in general. It's so exciting to see her when she's in practice and helping others, and I have people pull me aside and say she's made such a difference in their life.
The Hearts for Health is going to be a beautiful place to really bring addiction treatment and medical treatment together and really help these people that need help like I did. It's going to be amazing.
Kimberly, What a heartfelt story. Thank you. We are so grateful to be able to share Kimberly's story about the integrated care model and how it truly works. This model, incorporating medical, dental, behavioral health, and other community service, will all take place in the new Hearts for Health Center. So now, as we move into our special appeal, please be thinking of Kimberly's story, and please be generous and give from your hearts. Everyone, it will make a difference. Our special appeal is a time to give directly towards the construction of the Hearts for Health Integrated Care Center at a dollar amount that's most meaningful to you. Use the button that says Donate Now to give during this special appeal. Our goal tonight is to raise $150,000. Are we ready? Let's get started. Well, I'm excited to share. Yes, I'm excited to share that we have a $75,000 challenge match gift tonight. That's what I said, a $75,000 challenge match gift tonight. We thank our anonymous donor in helping us start our paddle race with a significant opportunity to raise revenue for the Hearts for Health Integrated Care Center and complete this fourth annual, that's right, I said our fourth annual Caring Hearts event as our final campaign fundraising event. This means that all donations, every gift tonight, will be matched up to $75,000 and directly provided to the Hearts for Health campaign. You're probably thinking, why anonymous? Let me take a second to address why some supporters prefer to remain anonymous. Some supporters would rather the spotlight be on the project than themselves in giving as individuals. They prefer to be anonymous during their giving. And so we thank you, Anonymous, for the $75,000 gift to get us started tonight. Thank you again, and we appreciate you. So let's get going, let's get underway, knowing that we appreciate you. As we look towards the next several months of construction, there's an opportunity to unite our subcontractors around this new building. And what better way to celebrate that effort in announcing their support tonight? Here's Derek Howard of CB Construction to tell you a little bit more. Derek?
Hi, I'm Derek Howard, owner of CB Construction and general contractor for Hearts of Health Integrated Care Center project. I grew up in Embler, Oregon, and have been a member of this community for the past 39 years. I have a family of 5, and we currently live in La Grande. I started my career out in Las Vegas, Nevada, working for West Care Foundation, where our main focus was on substance abuse facilities, battered and abused women treatment centers, homeless veterans, and critical treatment centers. It was an extremely rewarding project and paved the path for me to get into healthcare construction in Oregon and Washington. When this project came up, it became a personal favorite of mine due to its integrated care approach to healthcare. And as a result, it has become one of the models for all over Oregon. I have not been involved to date with a project that has had so much community support. It has brought this community together in a way that I have never seen before, and it's exciting to be involved in that process. This year for Hearts for Health, CB Construction and a few of our subcontractors teamed up to provide donations to Hearts for Health and the project. I'm excited to announce that CB Construction is kicking off this effort with a $15,000 gift. I would like to thank the other subcontractors that helped in the effort to meet our $25,000 donation goal. These subcontractors are Rogers Asphalt, Thews Sheet Metal, Carpet One Floor and Home, HB Painters, All Phase Electrical, and Alden Plumbing. Thank you again for all these subcontractors for helping in this effort to meet this $25,000 gift that we are giving tonight. I strongly encourage those in attendance tonight to give from your hearts and help in this effort for this community and this integrated healthcare project. Thank you again for your support. Have a good night.
Derek Howard, thank you. Thanks for this tremendous news. This takes us one step closer to our goal tonight of $150,000. For as you just heard, everyone, Derek announced $25,000 towards our $75,000 match. What a way to start the evening. We appreciate the many subcontractors that have come together to make a difference, not only in the construction of this building, but also through their combined donated effort tonight. That puts us $25,000 closer to our match. If we were in the lodge right now, I would be looking around the room. I'd be looking around, well, okay, I'm looking around the virtual room. And here's what I would be saying to you as I'm going to right now. Is there anyone in the audience that also like to donate at the $25,000 level? Now, I'll give you a few seconds. As a reminder, use the button that says Donate Now to find and fund the level that's most comfortable for you. As you can see on the thermometer on your screen, we have come into the event this evening with donations already placed. Thank you to those of you at home who have already given. Now, hang on. Is it true we have that someone has answered the call to $25,000 anonymously? Am I seeing that correct? Yes? That acknowledgement. We have an anonymous donor, ladies and gentlemen, everyone, that has announced a $25,000 gift that's taking us that much closer towards our match gift of $75,000. So you're following at home, you're going to see the thermometer come up, right? And it'll tell you where we're at for our total. So what's our total right now? Right now, we're presently at $54,752. And we just started at the $25,000 level. Well, okay. That's amazing, right? So what about the $20,000 level? Anybody? Anybody? I'll give it a few seconds. Just thought I'd ask. All right. $15,000. Does anybody want to give it the $15,000 level? I'll give it a few seconds. Go to Donate Now. Okay. Let's settle in and see what we can do at the $10,000 level. And if you'd like to donate at the $10,000 level, just know that every gift up to $75,000 is being matched, okay? Anybody at $10,000? Am I seeing a gift at $10,000? I'd like to thank our donors who are participating so far at this event. And our sponsors, our gold level sponsors, have asked if they could be announced and if their gift could be utilized as half of the $10,000 level. Let's thank those sponsors now. Perry & Associates, a gold sponsor at $1,000. Pinnacle Architecture, a gold sponsor at $1,000. Bliss Sequoia and Huggins Insurance, a gold sponsor at $1,000. Umpqua Bank at $1,000, and Westby Associates Incorporated, also at $1,000. So that's half of our $10,000 goal. That's half of our $10,000 goal. I'm looking now, anyone that will pick up that second half at $5,000 to get us to that $10,000 level? Looking around the room, anyone at $5,000 to get us to that $10,000 level? You're all being a really good audience, and I know it must be a lot different there at home having a virtual dinner as opposed to being in the lodge, but I want to make sure that we take the time at each and every level. So we've called out our gold sponsors, 5 each at $1,000 to take half the $10,000 slot. Let's see what our total is so far. My goodness, we're at $65,027. Dan DuBois. Dan, thank you for your donation of $5,000. Dan DuBois, matching our gold sponsors to get us to that $10,000 level. I'm also seeing, is there one other name there? No? All right. So that clears out the $10,000 level. So we're at $5,000 now. Is there anyone else that would like to do a gift at the $5,000 level? We've matched the $10,000 with our gold sponsors and with Dan Dubois. Is there anyone else? I'm at the $5,000 level now. Around the room at $5,000, anyone? Okay. How about $2,500? Is there anyone that would like to give at $2,500? Around the virtual room at $2,500. Anyone? Okay. Let's check the thermometer one more time before we go to 1,000. We're at $66,027. $66,027. So I want to share with you something very special that's been designed at the $1,000 level. We have a specially designed heart that is both signed and dated specifically for this event, made by Sterling Webb. Many of you know Sterling Webb and Moonshine Glass Art. Sterling, if you're on board tonight, I just want to say thank you. He has designed specially 10 of these hearts for the next 10 donors at the $1,000 level. If we can sell 10 of these, we'll get to $75,000 before we even finish off the rest of our paddle race. So let's give it a try, all right? And every one of you, up to the next 10 donors at the $1,000 level, will get one of these specially signed and dated hearts. Ed and Marky Pitts, they'll take one at $1,000. Thank you, Ed and Marky. Whitney Freya will take number 2 at $1,000. Jerry Lewis will take number 3. Jerry Lewis will take number 3 at $1,000. Angie and Nick Lundy. Angie, I just have to say thank you. You've been with us since the very beginning of this event. We've held meetings at your house through the years. Thank you and Nick for taking heart number 4. Ah, there's number 5. Nick and Liz Powers, thank you both. Heart number 5. So we've sold 5 hearts. We have 5 left. Number 6 goes to John Robbins. John, thank you. Heart number 6, 4 more to sell, and we'll get to $75,000. Come on. Do we have number 7? Yes. I see number 7. Victoria Moss gets heart number 7. 3 more to go will get us to $75,000. I'm looking for donor number 8. Donor number 8, are you there? I'm going to hang on for a couple of seconds. Let's see if we can finish this out. I have 3 more special hearts to sell at $1,000 each. Let's do this while you're thinking about it. I've got a special video with Sterling that tells you about how he designed the heart. So let's pause for a few seconds and take a look at the video. You know, Sterling, it's a week before Christmas, and we're up here doing the kind of the final touches, if you will, on the February 6th event. And it just was not lost on me the importance of these hearts and what we've branded in this event. And so I just wanted to stop by today and while we're doing a little bit of prep for February 6th, is say thank you for this, because people love these hearts, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've kind of gained a fan following, if you will, every year at that, you know, beautiful dinner setting that we do up at the lodge. The dinner placements, everybody gets in their own individual heart. They're all different, and it's kind of become a collector's item.
We appreciate you partnering every year with this event. We're going to miss the lodge this year, miss seeing you there, but I know we'll have you online, and just want to thank you and thank everyone for supporting the Hearts for Health event.
Just look forward to making these hearts really special for you guys, and this event means a lot to me, so thank you for your contribution and help this community that I love so much. I really appreciate that. So anything I can do to help means a lot to me.
Thank you, Sterling, and thank you, Moonshine Glass. Well, my heart's beating pretty fast. I really wish I was with all of you. But everyone, listen, I was able to talk to Sterling, and he's willing to make a few extra hearts because I can tell you during the last couple of minutes, the following people have said they'd like one of these very special hearts. So let's read these names out, and then let's revisit our total. And for any of you that want a heart beyond number 10, Sterling will make them for you, and they'll get counted tonight. So we left off with Victoria Moss as heart number 7, right? Number 8, John Hillock. Number 9, Eva Ovison. Thank you so much for being number 9. Number 10, Shantae Jett. Number 11, Thomas Gallagher. And with that, please bring up the thermometer. 151,527. We crossed our $75,000 goal. We picked up the match. We are at right now $151,527 for the evening. Thank you, everyone that bought a special heart. I still have 1 or 2 left available if you want to buy them. Sterling said he'll make a few more for us tonight. We're at number 11 with Thomas Gallagher. Thank you for that, everybody. We've made our goal, but let's keep going, right? Right? That's what we've always done at Hearts for Health. We're at 151,000 and still counting. Let's now go to the $500 level. I'd like to announce our 3 silver level sponsors who've asked if they could be recognized at this level as part of our fundraising event tonight. Thank you to Diane Daggett, Joseph Hardware, and B. Croby, all at $500 silver level sponsors. Now, is there anyone else out there that would like to be a $500 supporter in our event as we continue to count beyond $150,000 tonight? Anyone else at $500? I do see a gift that's come in from Brett Wiggins at $600. Brett, I didn't call 600 and you gave 600. Thank you for that. We'll add that in for tonight. We appreciate you. I'm going to go around the virtual room one more time. Is there anyone else at $500 that would like to be counted tonight? There's Martin and Eleanor Coleman, Bob and Jane Both, Stephen and Susan Bush, all at $500 getting counted tonight. We thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to be counted at the $500 level? Anyone else? $250? Oh, I see another one that's come in at the $500 level. Elizabeth, thank you. Elizabeth Gurney comes in at $500. We appreciate that gift. All right. Let's go to $200. Anybody at $200? Look at that total. $155,127. That part of that has come from a couple of anonymous supporters tonight. You'll remember we started off with a $75,000 anonymous challenge, followed by Derek and CB Construction and the subcontractors at $25,000, joined by another anonymous donor at $25,000, and here we are, over $150,000. Let's see how far we can go. At $200, I have an anonymous gift. I have Ari Wagner at $200. Gosh, they're still coming in, I'm sorry, at $250. Breanne Austin, Haley Madison, Rick Bombassi. This generosity is what has defined this event the last 3 years. We've raised over the last 4 years almost, look at this, $170,577. You've all helped raise that tonight, $170,577. Do you know on the 4-year history on this event, we're approaching nearly $800,000, okay? So there's Breanne, Haley, and Rick all at $250. At $100, I'm not going to be able to read all these names, but I'll do my best. At the $100 level, So at the $100 level, it looks like we have several people, I'm told, that would like to be recognized. We have Tim, Ava, Dan DuBois, Wendy McDaniel, Jim Nave, Sherry Myler, and the list goes on. So now, all the raffle tickets have been sold, so we're going to be doing that drawing fairly soon. We want to thank all of the donors who have given tonight so far. We've gone through the $100 level. You can look at the screen and see where we're at on the thermometer, but we still have some announcements. We want to make sure that everyone has a chance tonight, and remember that there are auction items that you can still bid on. What an incredible list of supporters, though, that all of you have contributed and been a part of this evening. Thank you for your continued and significant support for this Hearts for Health event. Every dollar you give goes into this campaign, and we want to see the thermometer to continue to raise. So it's just been a terrific event, and we're very, very excited about what we're seeing. So, and remember, the auction items will be available all the way up until February 9th. Many of them have already closed. But I do want to highlight a few of our auction packages. The first that I'd like to highlight is number 1002, followed by item number 1007. Both of these paintings were made in 1977 and 1979, and they were made by a group of artists that came together that each made this painting, and they're famous artists, one of them even being a Disney illustrator that worked for Walt Disney many, many years ago. But let's have Gary Germer come back and give us a description of these paintings. Gary?
Hi, I'm Gary Germer with Gary Germer and Associates. We are antique fine art appraisers here in Portland, and we do estate liquidation. But in my appraisal business, one of the things we do is we help facilitate donations. And what that means is I have a lot of wealthy clientele or people who have inherited things that they would like to pass on to organizations such as yours. And I had a couple of great things come in that was perfect for this event. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about them. It's these two paintings, and they were done originally by the Death Valley 49ers encampment. And what that means is they're a group of people in Death Valley who get together once a year, and they have reenactments, they have cooking demonstrations, they have art demonstrations, and all kinds of historical classes that they do there. And it's a great time. It's an interesting group. But one of the ways that they support the group is by making a painting every year at the event. And this easel would be set up, or the canvas would be set up on an easel, and different professional artists would be invited to add their little paintbrush stroke to this painting. And so that this painting here was done by 36 different professional artists. And the one that I have here was done a year later. These were done in 1977 and 1979. And these paintings weren't done just by one person, but by multiple. This one had 44 different artists who painted, and these weren't just everyday artists. You had to be professional artists and invited to put your little take on this painting as a cooperation. People that were involved were like Bev Doolittle, who we remember did all those kind of illusionist Western paintings, and Carl Banks. Carl Banks was a Disney artist, and he even put a little flourish on his, have a little Donald Duck on the back. So a lot of artists distinguished themselves on this by adding their own little doodle on the back of the painting. I think that they are wonderful and works of art in and of themselves, but I think the fact that they have so many different artists and such a wonderful history to them, that it would be a great thing for anybody to have in their home and supporting such a wonderful cause. So I hope you'll bid high on these and enjoy them for many years to come. Thank you.
Well, good news just keeps rolling in. Gary, first of all, thank you. Those paintings, everyone, are spectacular. If you look at the back of them and all the signatures, they're collectible just on their own. But one of the things that has happened, and it has informed our thermometer, is a very special gift that's just recently come in from Jared Hillock, and I'd like to announce that gift. Jared, thank you for your $15,000, a $15,000 gift, everyone, from Jared Hillock. It's a substantial gift, again, with everything else that's come in tonight. We really appreciate that, and I wanted to make sure that we took the time and paused to say thank you. So thank you for that. All the raffle tickets have been sold. You're bidding actively on the items. We've just heard from Gary and the 2 paintings, so if you'd like to bid on these, you can find the items on the auction page listed either as item 1002 or 1005. One of those paintings has a $500 bid on it presently. The other one is completely open. There has not been an opening bid yet on it. So please take a look. These items, along with all the auction items, will be available until February the 9th. I can't begin to tell you what a great night so far this has been. But stay with us. As you heard me say earlier, we've sold all 50 raffle tickets for the gold pair of earrings. We're coming up to that point that these 18-karat gold diamond earrings, recently appraised at $3,625, we're getting ready now to do the drawing. So we'll shake these up. I understand all the names are in here. And we'll see whose name comes up. So while we get ready to announce that person for the raffle drawing for the earrings, I want to tell you a little bit. Now stay with us, because after I announce the winner of the earrings, and the winner of the earrings is, you ready? Elsie Virginia Thompson. Elsie, you're the winner of the earrings. I wish I could be there to hand them to you. But thank you, Elsie. Congratulations on these beautiful earrings. I wanted to just have you stay with us. I've got a couple more things to share with you. I want to pause for just a little reflection. You know, the thing that I've always liked about this event are the surprises that it brings. And many of you have been at each and every one of these events year after year, this being our 4th one, virtual, mind you. And you may well remember that very first year when, in November, we decided to have an event. We held our breath, our group came together, and we created this event. And we really weren't sure what it would raise. If you'll remember, on that very, very first event, we had an anonymous gift that night for $100,000. You remember we passed the check around, this great big check, and we had everybody sign it, right, for that anonymous donor. And that donor and that event, that night, 3 years ago, raised over $300,000 as a community, went on to show the state of Oregon and the legislature that you were all in, that you wanted this center, if you will, and it leveraged $2.5 million from the Oregon State Legislature. And as you know, as you've seen on the tour tonight, we're just months away from cutting the ribbon, all right? So now, that special canvas, that picture, if you will, that I shared with you earlier that showed this young woman, this girl, little girl, if you will, who's visually impaired, and she's looking up and there's a robin that's in a nest. And that picture has very special meaning to the anonymous donor that started us on that event 4 years ago. And that picture will be in the administrative wing on the Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness side. And it will be featured as we open the building with the following poem. And let me read that to you if I could. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. That poem, by the way, is by Emily Dickinson. And our donor has selected these words to share with you that'll join that picture, that poem, when the building opens in September. In memory of all of those who had no one to help them back into the nest again. I want to thank that anonymous donor and all the anonymous donors along the way that have made this campaign event so special. That donor that night took a big chance on us, and look where we're at. And look what happened tonight with you as donors and our anonymous donors. It's appropriate then that anonymous donor then that started us will end our evening tonight with a $50,000 gift. That's right, a $50,000 gift added to our total tonight from the donor that started us on this event to the donor that's helping us finish up with our other anonymous donors this evening as well. What a phenomenal evening. I'd like to see now what is our total for the evening when we join all of our gifts together right now. We're at $221,252, all right? And that doesn't count the auction dollars that are yet to come in. Give yourselves a huge pat on the back, everyone, for all you've done. Look what we've raised tonight. Let me say it one more time. $221,252 tonight. So that puts us, for the 4 years, beyond $800,000. Wallowa County and your area and your community, who would have ever guessed that we would have raised that money and we'd be on the verge of cutting the ribbon? We can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough, everyone, for the privilege of joining you tonight in your homes. There's still opportunities to place bids on auction items and to give towards the special appeal, big or small. The auction closes on February the 9th. Be sure to share this event with your friends. I want to thank our production partners, Wager Audio. If you're thinking about having an event like this, you need Wager Audio. They've done a tremendous event. If you're looking to produce an event, have Paper Street Enterprises help you well. They've helped us with this event. We appreciate them. I want to thank all of you who have made tonight helping us go virtual. Another thank you to our gold and silver sponsors. You made tonight also very special. I mentioned earlier our volunteers and enterprise. And of course, I want to thank our dedicated development team tonight, especially in enterprise, from Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness, Tosca Rawls and Amy Bush. Thank you. I want to thank here helping me, not just Wager Audio and everyone else that's helped make this event possible. I want to thank from the Westby team, Taylor, and I want to thank Kelsey, who have helped me with this event and helped you. We appreciate all of you. So to everyone, tomorrow may be the Super Bowl, but tonight was ours. We appreciate you. I'd ask you to stay with us. This broadcast will now be posted on the Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness YouTube channel. We ask you to share this video with your friends and your family so the giving can continue. We wish you all health and safety. We thank you most of all for your generous support and your encouragement. Now, to close out with one final performance of Wildflowers, ladies and gentlemen, Brittany Kellogg. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away somewhere all bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm, yeah. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, go find a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from your trouble and worry. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free.